Hey guys, how's it going? Back day 2 with Pecini. So yesterday we trained shoulders. Today we're gonna do glutes. Tomorrow we're gonna do hamstrings. The way I like to start a glute workout is by doing kind of an isolation exercise. I'm not gonna go into big exercises like a hip thrust or something like that. So maybe I'll start with cables. I'll start with a abduction machine or like a kickback machine. Today we're gonna start with this abduction machine. We actually just tried this at Pure Muscle and Fitness, and Asa loves it. And I think it's just because of the angle of the machine and the way the biomechanics work on this machine. And you can see here, so there's some over there, there's people on it, so you don't need to record it, but you know a typical abduction machine, it's straight like this is level. But this one, with this angle, she feels like she just really feels it in her glute. This is a good exercise to start your glute day with because you're gonna get some blood flow in your glutes, you get a little pump going, and then you can go into the bigger exercises like hip thrusts and stuff like that too. So we're gonna start with this one today. Once again, you guys know the rules, right? First set of every exercise is gonna be a warm-up set. Testing away, right now we have 45 on each side, and we're gonna go into it to get this going. On this exercise, I think you can go between 15 to 20 reps to really go to failure before you start implementing the like half reps and stuff like that too. We're gonna go a little bit higher today. 6 more, 5 more, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. So I typically will like to start almost every workout that I do on every muscle with a smaller exercise. Today we're starting with kind of a smaller movement, right? We're gonna isolate the medial glutes here. You don't wanna start your workout with squats, right? You need some blood flow in the body, you need to get warmed up, you need to get ready. And we can start with this, we can start with cables, we can start with a whole bunch of little small isolation exercises just to get warmed up. You don't wanna go and start doing standard deadlifts on your first exercise. Usually on every exercise, the first set's gonna be a warm up, right? Second set too, on your first exercise, you can do a warm up on your second set as well. Total working sets on this, you want about 3 total working sets on every exercise. And the first 2 on the first exercise are gonna be typically warm up sets. So you might do 5 total sets on the first exercise, like we did yesterday with a lot of adults. A little bit harder now? Good. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Still not to failure, right? She could have done probably 20 more if I really pushed her. But once again, warming up the glutes, making sure everything's feeling good, yeah? And also, she likes this machine. Obviously, it's not gonna be available at her gym when she goes home, but as far as the foot placements and how you sit on the machine and everything, right? Everyone's body's different. Some people have longer legs, she has very long legs. Some people have a longer torso. I'll show you on the hip thrust machines after. You need to try machines and try different angles of your body, try different foot angles and everything to see how it adapts to you. You don't want to adapt to the machine. You want the machine to adapt to you. And don't do exercise that you don't feel properly in your glutes or in your delts, or you want to make sure that you're feeling every exercise that you're doing in the appropriate muscle that you're trying to train that day. So like, I have some machines here. We did a glute day a few days ago, and I'm gonna try some machines, and she's, I don't like this one really, but some clients really like that machine. And she likes some exercises that other clients don't like. So there's no like set thing that everyone can follow, right? It's not like a glute blueprint where it's, okay, everyone needs to do this exercise, then everyone needs to go to this exercise. No, that's not how bodybuilding works. You have to make the machines and exercises adapt to you and how you like them. If she prefers abduction machine that's over there, you can show this machine. That's flat. I'm not gonna force her to do this machine when she feels it less. Good. And now we're gonna push, okay? Good. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, full stretch. 2, 1, keep going. One more 4 reps, full. 3, 2, 1. Half reps to the end, right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm helping you too much. 4, 3, there you go. 2, good, good. Now she's getting warmed up. So that set was, I would say 90% to failure. I could have pushed her much harder, and you're gonna see now on the 4th set and the 5th set, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. So now she has a pump going in her glutes, you feel it in your glutes, right? Yeah. Glutes are activated, so she's gonna be feeling her glutes a lot when we're doing hip thrusts, when we're doing other exercises as well. I'm gonna have her start here on her own. I'm gonna make her go to complete failure on her own, and then I'm gonna push her for a few more half reps at the end. Do you feel it more in your upper glutes or your outer glutes? Or your lower glutes? All three. Push, you got it. Push. A few more. Help yourself a little bit. He said, help yourself with your legs. Help yourself a little bit. Good. Help yourself. Hey, Isa. Hold your legs like this. Help yourself a little bit open. So if you're alone and you want to really push to failure, do the 4 reps without any assistance of yourself, and then you can add a few more in on by yourself like this. Good. Keep going. Push. Kevin, help her now. Half reps at the end. Go. 10, 9, 8. Get your hands off. 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, that's all you good. 3, 2, 1 more. Good, sweetie.
Oh my God.
Do you feel it more in your outer glutes or your upper glutes?
Other.
Outer?
Yeah, outer.
Okay.
I'm not feeling the upper glutes.
That's fun.
I feel the upper glutes when I'm straight.
Straight up?
There.
Yeah, so this exercise this adductions are so cool on the machines because you can literally feel all 3 parts, your upper glutes, outer glutes, and lower glutes based on how you're sitting on the machine, which is really cool. But once again, people leaning forward, people standing up straight, people leaning back, right? Some people have pads behind them, so just feel it out. If you're doing exercise, you're gonna be able to feel it out. Oh, okay, I feel this a little bit more in my lower glutes, feel this more in my outer glutes, and then you could adjust based on what your goal is right that day. We're gonna do 1 more set. Use 4 sets total. The first 2 are warm sets, and this one we're gonna go ball to the wall. We're gonna go crazier, okay? Once again, to this exercise, you wanna go full range of motion all the time. A lot of these adduction machines, they have a stack weight. If you wanna help yourself, you can go ahead. If you wanna really push to failure, you can help yourself with your hands right between your legs, right when you're not able to do a full range of motion anymore, or you can drop the weight to enjoy a drop set. And now she's good.
Bye.
Go. Full, push. Got it. 3 more of that. Full, and then help yourself. 2 more. 1 more. Help yourself with your hands. Good. Keep going. Go. Push. Isa. 5 more like that. 5. All the way. 4, 3, 2. Push. That didn't count. 2. Push. Let's go. Push. We get in. Go. 7, 6. More. I'm helping too much. 5, 4, 3, 2. Go. Squeeze again. 5 seconds. 5, 4. Harder. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Good. For most people, they would have went, right? They would have stopped as soon as you're not able to do one more repetition. But her, right? She helped herself at the end, and then it helped her even more. So we literally got 20 more half reps in, right? When you would have just stopped when you couldn't really push anymore. You felt a little bit of a strain on your glutes. You saw like she was suffering at like 10 reps in. We did 20 extra reps where she's pushing past her comfort zone. Her glutes are on fire, her glutes are burning, and that's where you're gonna make all the gains. So whenever you're doing a pressing movement where your knee is bent like this, you're gonna activate some quads, right? So right here, show the machine. So this machine I'm not gonna use for her because we don't wanna build any more quads on her, right? Because she's maxed out on quads. You see how there's a knee flexion here and she's pushing up? Right here is gonna be all quads, right? So we're not using this machine, even though she does feel a little bit in her glutes, and we don't wanna activate her quads, it's not worth it. So we're not gonna use this machine at all. Okay, stop, Isa. So there's 1, 2, 3, I think there's 3 or 4 hip thrust machines on this at this gym. It's insane. So we tried all of them because I wanted to see which one she feels the best, right? And the ones over here, let's just go show over here. So this machine, I hate this machine. So this is the Atlantis hip thrust machine. We have it at Monster Gym. And the reason I don't like it is because it's just set the way it is, right? So this pad doesn't move, right? This foot thing doesn't move, right? And the bar really doesn't move. It's really not good for everyone at all. Like me, when I go in there, I just feel my lower back. Her, she said it was not that bad, but it depends on the length of your legs, it depends on your torso, right? You can't really make any adjustments on this machine, it sucks. But you come over here, and this is really cool because the pads move, right? It adjusts to you. This thing adjusts to you as you're doing the exercise. This is a lot higher chance to work for more people because it's adjustable than this machine that's very just set the way it is, and it's either works for you or it doesn't. Issa told me that out of all these hip thrust machines, she prefers this one, the one that has like the belt, because she felt like she gets a better range of motion on it versus the bar, versus like the padding at the top. Once again, I'm not gonna force her to do a machine that she doesn't like and that she doesn't feel the best. So we're gonna use this one where she said she felt the most activation all of her glutes. What's wrong?
My shoulder.
Your shoulder hurt?
Yeah, the front.
The front delt? Yeah. She's gonna be crippled after this. Ready? We did a glute workout 2 days ago. She couldn't walk for 3 days. It was so funny. Look at her range of motion, how unbelievable it is. Look, all the way down, stretching the full length of the glute and all the way up. Perfect. Warm up set, right? Feeling out the exercise, feeling out the machine. Good, keep going. 6 more. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Take a rest. First day I was training with Isa, I realized a couple things, and she wasn't really going all the way down on her exercises. And I asked her why, she said that she didn't really have an answer. And when she's training at home, she usually does the Smith machine, right? That doesn't have a great range of motion because it stops up to there, so she couldn't extend her glutes all the way down, right, and get a full range of motion. So it makes perfect sense because we're lacking the lower glute area and the upper hamstring area, right, the tie-in. And their glutes look exactly like she trained, which is not going all the way down, right? So she has full glutes in the middle, pretty full glutes on top, but then she's missing all of the lower glute area, right? So I'm like, well, fuck, what we're gonna do now is on every glute exercise, you're gonna go full range of motion, you're gonna fully stretch the hamstring, fully stretch that gluteus maximus muscle, and then you're gonna start really building that muscle. And she really felt it after. Now this exercise is great because she was going, show them how you're doing on the Smith machine, the range of motion. And the range of motion for the Smith machine, she's going like this, versus now, she's gonna go all the way down. Look at the difference. Look at her hamstrings. Full stretch in the hamstrings, full stretch in the gluteus maximus, versus the Smith machine. Show the Smith machine one again. Right there. Look at this. Yeah, it's so different. So she just felt that much better. I told her, no more Smith machine. You're not a powerlifter. We don't need to go 6 splits on each side. Focus on just full range of motion, getting a full stretch, full contraction, and you're gonna really grow those lower glutes. Because, yeah, once again, her glutes look like exactly how she trained. It made perfect sense. She has so much meat there, right? They're dense like this, dense over here, but there's nothing at the bottom, right, underneath. And that's just, you gotta be training the area you want to train. And you can be doing the same exercises and you get a complete different result based on your range of motion too. So that's why I'm a big advocate for range of motion. And if she's doing a full range of motion versus only contracting at the top, she can go lighter, right? And she can get a lot more out of the workout because she's putting a lot more strain on all of the muscle, right? If she's going light and you're doing like half reps, you guys seen all these power lifters, right? You have like 200 pounds, you're doing like half reps. We were just talking about it on this machine where people go with a full stack, right? And they have a bad range of motion and they have to do the whole stack. Like you're not working your glutes, right? You can do this whole stack on this machine and do it completely wrong and have no glute activation at all. Feel the glutes, get a full range of motion on every exercise you do, and you're gonna get a lot more out of your workout, and you're gonna prevent injury. If she's doing a full range of motion on this, where let's say 45 on each side, versus half range of motion on Smith machine with 6 plates on each side, she has a much higher chance of getting injured. Her lower back's gonna hurt, where she said it does, doing that versus doing this. We're on the third set, good. Keep going. 45 on each side, still full range of motion, all the way down, Lisa, all the way down, all the way down. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Push. To the top. To the top. Good. 2 more, and then half reps to the top. Half reps to the top. Half to the top. 5 to the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Good. Very good, Isa. Okay, 4th set, last set on this. I would consider the 3rd set that we just did to failure at about 95%. So we're gonna really push to failure here. But the way she's gonna fail, right? She's gonna fail on her own with a full range of motion as normal. And then we're gonna push with the half reps at the end. Just like, okay, go ahead. If you start really feeling your lower back on this exercise, that means that your body's taking over and is trying to incorporate your lower back so it's able to do the movement that you're trying to do. But also another reason could be is you're going too high at this point. There was some studies actually that's showing that athletes that go too high are going to feel a lot more in their lower back. But I don't know if I can hold it here. 2 more full. 2 more full. More. Push harder. Half of the top. Half of the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. Squeeze 10 seconds. Squeeze harder. Squeeze higher. Higher. Push. Right there. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. 7. Higher. Higher. 6. Higher. 5. Higher, sweetie. 4. 3, push, 2, good, drop. Leave it on the floor. So see, we added two intensifiers there, right? She failed at the full range of motion, then we added the half reps at the top, and then we added isometric hold at the end. There's a million different things you can do in every exercise to empty the gas tank once you can do that last rep. The most important thing though is not being able to do the full range of motion at the end completely. That's the number one thing you gotta do at every set, besides the first warm-up set. Once you can't do the full range of motion, then you start out of the intensifier, right? The half reps, the isometric holds to really empty it. Empty the gas tank, leave everything in the gym. You're there 45 minutes an hour, right? Fucking give it everything you have every time you train. Clients train all the time, and if they did these two exercises that we just did exactly like we did them, this is better than some people's 2 or 3 complete glute days. Just because she's getting so much activation in the muscle, right? We're contracting the muscle and we're going to failure on all these sets. We just did 7 to 8 sets total to failure on these 2 exercises. And she's going to get a lot more out of this than most people are going to get in 2 or 3 complete workout days. Imagine all your training is like this all the time. You're going to grow like a weed. It's going to be nuts. Oh, I was just talking to this machine before, right? And she made another point too. I don't know if it makes a difference, but she said the reason you don't like this machine also is because what?
Sometimes it's only one side. In my mind, I think I'm working one side than another one.
Yeah, so
It makes sense, but I prefer when I can put
weight on both sides. On the machine we just did, right, she has plates on this side and this side. And she doesn't like machines where there's plates on one side. I understand maybe it's like a psychological thing, but I don't actually know if it makes a difference on the weight distribution if it's just on one side. You would think yes, but I don't know. By the way, this is the machine. Here, show them. This is the machine I don't like. Come show them around here if you can. Show them under. You can't adjust this at all. This is the way it is, and that's the way it is, right? This thing, you can't really adjust it either. You can just go this way and this way. You can't adjust the light. And this thing too, this is lofted outfit. This is a machine where you have to adapt to the machine, right? And you can't really make any changes for yourself. Go ahead, look. Look at the range of motion she's able to do on this machine versus that one where she has the belt. So much worse the range of motion on this one than that one, because that one's like a freeway, right? Because the belt is a lot more movement. This is like you have this pad here, and you have this locked in, this locked in. It's so much worse than that. Okay, lock this in. I hate this machine. So this exercise is better for so many reasons. First of all, this because she looks like she's at the fair. She's going on an amusement ride, but so this has weights on both sides, which is gonna help her mentally. It doesn't feel like she's just training on one side. And look here, you can adjust it, which is great. You put it down, you put it up based on the length of your legs. And here too, watch. Do a rep. Show them the pad over here. Look how amazing this is. The machine is adapting to her body. She's not adapting to the machine like over there where it's set, right? You can't move anything. You can't move the bench. You can't move the foot thing. You can't do anything. And so this machine is adapting to her. Perfect. Good. I loved it. Good. Okay, relax. We're just now you get off the machine. Perfect. So fun. Say you want the exercises, you want the machines you're using to be able to adapt to, and when they're just set like that, it sucks. I have some clients that like that machine and some clients that don't. And I personally don't like it because I'm too tall for it. Basically the same thing as this one. You can adjust this, you can adjust the pad here, but the difference is the weight stack. So you have the weight stack here instead of there. No, you want to use this one or what? Yeah, you know what, Mike, go ahead. I want to see the range of motion on this one actually, compared to the first hip thrust machine that we did.
But it's one side too.
Yeah, it's one side, so she prefers the 2 sides. Go all the way down, stretch. Yeah, see, this is the issue with this one. Yeah. The flow? Yeah. So this is the issue with this compared to that one. She likes that one better because now that we're incorporating the full range of motion on the hip thrust, so she's able to go a lot lower and she's able to stretch this muscle. I wanted to stretch this muscle all the way, but here, she has to stop at the bench. This bench can be moved, right? So that's why for her, we're opting for the first one we did with the belt, because that's going to be a lot better for our goal with her. So this gym is amazing. I wish I could train at this gym all the time because there's so many machines that you can do. But this is also another abduction machine, right? But it's almost the same as the one where she's sitting down, but now she's just standing up. And she feels this one, she feels it in her upper glutes, right? So you can do this on a typical abduction machine, given that the machine allows you to. We've seen some people hold the edge and they're standing with this and they're able to do the movement. But here, this is made specifically for this. So it has handlebars so you can do it, and it's made to stand up. If you feel like this better in your glutes, and if you want to, let's say you want to hit your upper glutes better, maybe try to incorporate this on a normal abduction machine if your gym doesn't have this equipment. This is another cool machine I've never seen before, but it's awesome, so we're gonna use it. This gym is so freaking cool, man. It's not like a gym owner making a gym. It's bodybuilders making a gym for bodybuilders. And Whenever I come here, it's unbelievable. There's so many different machines, and you can be here, she was saying you can be here for a year and do different workouts every single time and never even have used every single machine. So this one here, let's come around here. This one's gonna be more for the upper glutes, right? And, yeah, go ahead. The first set we're gonna do is a warm-up set. You should feel in your upper glutes, all in the upper glutes. Good. If you're on the back. Mention. So whenever you're doing a unilateral exercise, always start on your weakest side, right? So for me, when I was bodybuilding, my upper body on my right side was stronger, but my lower body, my left side was stronger. Whenever I do arm exercises, I would start on my left arm first and then go to my right. And whenever I was doing leg exercises, I would start on my right side and go to my left. So you don't want to be training your stronger side first. Train your weakest side first and then copy the amount of reps with your stronger side. So you have a much better balance.
I think it's good. You should do like together. Like yes. Full movement and come here, the same leg, and finish here.
So you can see this machine is very similar to a kickback machine. So I asked her, what do you feel are the benefits of this machine over a kickback machine? So you want to just explain what?
The cable, I have the full movement, but here I can feel, I felt more upper glutes, and you don't have
yeah, so you can see here, she's not able to do a full stretch. After when we do the cable kickback before, I'm going to show you, but I'm making her incorporate a full stretch here at the bottom in the cable kickback machine so she can get that lower glute, which is what we need to really grow. And then she can do the cable kickback. Here, the machine, as you were saying, Steph, you're not able to cheat on it. You're locked in, and this is really an upper glute focused exercise, right? It's made for this. You can't do a full range of motion. And what she said is that on this machine, she can really focus on her upper glutes and if she just on the cables, if she just did half reps on the cables of this, all the way through, she said she had lower back pain. So on this machine, she can really isolate the upper glutes and just focus on that. She can't cheat the machine. She can't, let's see. So this is just an upper glute focused exercise. It's still too light or no?
It's better.
Better? Okay. Yeah. Can be heavier? Okay. Do a little warm-up set again. Good. So she's weaker on her left side. She's going to start on her left side, always from her lower body. You want to make sure you have symmetry from your upper body to lower body. So figure out which side of your body is stronger, which side is weaker, and start on that side, always with unilateral exercises on every muscle group that you do. You don't want to be starting with your stronger side if that side's stronger, because then your body's going to be asymmetrical. But most machines you can emulate and copy with free weights. But sometimes just the mechanics of the machine are set to really help you isolate one body part that you can't really do with free weights. But this is very similar to a cable. There's another machine there that's very similar to a cable, but small nuances with the machines can help you really isolate one specific area better than a free weight could. But typically you can almost do everything with free weights. 3, good. 4, we're on the third set now. 5, 7, 8, 9, higher, sweetie. 10, there you go, squeeze. 11, 12, push. 14, keep going. 15, 16, higher. 17, get squeeze. On the next one, squeeze. All the way, squeeze. 3, higher. 2, 1. Okay, good. The isometric hold on the glutes, really good finish on most exercises. 5, higher, sweetie. 6, good. Slow down a little bit, slow down a little bit. Went a bit too fast. There, good. 8, higher. Squeeze. 9, 10. You want to squeeze the shit out of your glutes on every exercise you do. You're not just going through the movements. Good. Keep going. Push, sweetie. 2 more. 1 more, then hold it. 1 more, then hold it. Hold it. Squeeze. Higher. Squeeze. Squeeze. Right there. 2, 1. Good. Last set on the next side. 3, 4, 5. Slow down. 10, higher. 11, higher. Let's go. Squeeze. 12, 13, 14, higher. 15, keep going. 16, 17, she's just going to failure right here. 18, keep going. 19, squeeze it out. 20, I want her to do this on her own. 21, keep going. 22, 23, get 25. 24, squeeze. Last one, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze on your own. Squeeze on your own, squeeze on your own. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. 5, higher. 4, 3, 2, 1, good. So our glutes are giving out now because we had a couple killer exercises over there, but
I'm not listening you.
you're not listening to me? Then why are you following what I'm telling you to do?
Just go.
You think it's because we're connected, we do the same thing? You do exactly what I told you?
I don't know. I just listening.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you got to hear. Good. Well, I'm going to make you go to failure here on their own to show you guys that you can do this by yourself without someone helping you. Full range of motion on the first one. It's good. She's doing full range of motion. 3, 4, 5. Squeeze at the top of every exercise. At the top of every rep. Good. 7. Squeeze. 8. Squeeze. 9. 10. Keep going. 11. Now she's trying to go to failure, right? She can't go all the way up. Try to go all the way up. Try. 13. Good. 14. Keep going. Higher. 15. 10 more. Higher. She's basically at failure now. So now she's doing the finishers off on her own. Good. Keep going. 5 more. 5. Higher. 4. Squeeze. 3. Higher. 2. 1 more. Squeeze the end. Squeeze. Isometric hold. 5. Higher. 4. 3. 2. 1. See, there she did all her own without me helping her. So she did about 30 to 40 reps, full range of motion. And then she's just doing kind of half reps at the end, just really getting the last little bit of getting really all that blood in the glutes and making sure that she's getting everything out of the set. Every set matters. And versus when you're doing kickbacks and glutes and hip thrusts and all this stuff, don't just go through the movements. Don't go like this. No. Top, squeeze, hold it, down. Top, squeeze, hold it, down. It's a run muscle. Squeeze the shit out of it. You're gonna get a lot more out of every rep or every set. You're not just going through the movement. People are just going fast like this, going like this. Don't do anything. Every set, every rep matters. Good. Take your time. Now we're done this exercise. We're gonna do, let me think. Can you? Not yet. I want to do this hyperextension machine that she liked this morning too, just to show. So we do a reverse hyperextension machine. Once again, this machine is not going to really work for everyone, but for her, she really feels it in her upper glutes. Some people are going to feel it in their lower back. So if you really feel like it's taking over your lower back, I wouldn't recommend it, but for her, she really likes it. The machine's heavy on its own, so we're not actually going to give it add any weight, right? Come here. So once again, this is a cool machine because you don't have to adapt to the machine. You can make the machine adapt to you. So she can lay more forward, she can lay more back. You have an adjustment here with this mechanism here that allows you to extend the hand holder thing. Okay.
In Brazil, I don't have this one and I use the ball.
So she says that in Brazil, she doesn't have the machine, right? So she uses the ball. She grabs on a bench, uses the ball, and she really goes all the way down, all the way up. But this is, if you have access to something like this, it's going to be easier and more practical. But once again, you can make alterations and there's always substitutions that you can make with free weights and other items in your gym, right? Trainer and belt, but she always does when she trains, she wears her waist trainers. We're taking it off just for the video so that we can show her full physique, but yeah. So I'll come on this side. So there's a couple things you could do. Her, we really want to focus on the lower glutes. This is more of an upper glute exercise, but I'm making her stretch all the way down. So stretch the hamstring here. This is the part I want to grow with her the most. Stretching all the way down, getting a stretch, and then she's flexing the upper glute to the top. Good. Good. You feel your lower back? No, eh? Good. Perfect. Okay, warm up set. Good. Shit a little bit. We're gonna do 2 more exercises after this. I think it'll be how many exercises? Oh, 6. That'll be good. So you see, we didn't add any weight because the machinery itself already is heavy. Really good. Squeeze. She's taking her time. She's not swinging the weight up and down. If she's just swinging, she's gonna feel all the way back, but she's not gonna get anything out of it. She's not gonna get anything out of the exercise. And to focus all the stress, all the resistance on the glutes, always. Good. Full stretch here. Good. Good. Higher. 6 more. 4 more. Part. 4. Higher. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3. Squeeze. 2, 1. Good. We're gonna do 1 more set of the exercise. 3 total, because Shorty has really good upper and outer glutes. I don't want to focus too much on this. We already did that machine over there. We did the hip thrust. We did that. So I want to really focus on her lower glutes. I'm going to show you how we're actually incorporating a lot of her lower glutes too in the cables. I want to just to show you guys this exercise, but so we're going to do 1 more set just so she gets something out of this exercise. But also I have a glute ebook I made. It took me 100 hours to make it, and it's going to show you which exercises are going to be mainly focused for your upper glutes, outer glutes, and lower glutes. And Hisa always incorporates those in her training as well. And we're making it in Portuguese, Spanish, it's in English right now. We're getting French and Chinese as well. Squeeze the top. Good. Perfect. Good. Jen? Swinging a little bit now, so she's tired. Squeeze. 5 more. High. All the way up. High. 4. All the resistance on this exercise is going to be mainly at the top. So I really want her to squeeze the shit out of the glutes at the top. Higher, sweetie. Higher. Push. 2, 1. She's done on this. You're done. You're done. You're done.
Right there.
Exactly, yeah. And you tell right away, her glutes are giving out, and now, as I was saying yesterday, your body's very smart. It's going to want to overcompensate. I could tell her back was starting to get incorporated in the movement, so that's when you stop. You don't want, once your lower back starts getting in the movement, and you're at failure, stop. If your lower back's in the movement at the start of the exercise, either the weight's too heavy or you're doing something wrong with your form. So now that it's at the end of the exercise, I know it's because her glutes are giving out, they have nothing more to give, so her lower back is going to take over, so that's when you stop the exercise. That's failure, good. We started with the adduction machine, right? Then we did the hip thrust machine, and then we did a hyperextension machine, this one, right? Reverse hyperextension machine with the unilateral. We did another one for upper glutes, so now we're gonna go into more of a lower glutes, right? I don't wanna do 3 upper glute exercises in a row. So now we're gonna go back to hip thrust. We did the hip thrust with the machine before, and now we're gonna do hip thrust with a bar, right? If you want, you can do this. There's a million different hip thrust variations that you can do, and if you wanna do 2 different ones in one workout, may as well. It's not just to give your body a little bit of a change, but if you prefer to do the hip thrust once a week or twice a week, you can even do 2 in one workout. You're not gonna do 8 sets in the same machine. Every different way they do an exercise, so the machine versus the barbell, you're gonna feel it a little bit different in your glutes, and it's gonna work a little bit different in the muscle, right? So instead of doing 8 sets on a hip thrust, on one machine, we can do 4 on 2 different ones. On some days, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna be able to do 2 different hip thrust machines, or 2 different hip thrust exercises, and you can take advantage of that, and some days you can only just do 1.
The tire, so you can get different fibers.
Yes, you're still training the same muscles, but just in different movements and different feet placements, having the bar versus the machine, you're gonna feel it, it's gonna work your glutes a little bit differently. Different million ways you can do hip thrust, right? You can do even glute bridges from your shoulders hurt. Yeah. So we got this bench here, we're gonna do it off this bench. You can use like a pad too. You can do it with, you can use a high bench. You can use like a pad thing, right, where you have your back low. You can even do it with your back on the ground also. So there's a million different ways that you can do hip thrust. First set, warm-up set, right? We're not gonna do 3 plates on each side in the first set. She's gonna feel it out first, good. And you're gonna you see how her toes are off the ground here? Because she's pressing always with her heels, always pressing with your heels. You shouldn't be pressing with your toes on this exercise, always with your heels, and you're gonna get the most out of this in your glutes, good. Perfect. Look how she's going all the way down, right? She's stretching all the way down, all the way down. There you go, good. I want her to feel it, I almost want her to feel it in her hamstrings. It looks like in her upper hamstring area and lower glute, that's what we're really trying to build. She already has dense glutes. I really want to just roll that tie-in area, good. Good. 4 more, 4 more. All the way down, stretch. There you go. 3. 2 more. 2 more. There you go, good. On the first couple reps, she was not going all the way down because she built a habit of not doing the full range of motion when she was doing the Smith machine. But after I told her, she started doing the full range of motion, and she's got to build that. She's got to retrain herself to learn to really go full range of motion so that we can really build that glute tie-in area.
I understood 1, and I stopped it.
Wow.
And then 2, what is it?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna add on some weight, right? 2 plates is not too heavy, but it's enough for she's gonna have enough resistance to really get activation in her glutes and really push it for her. I'm gonna see how she feels with 2 plates. I'm gonna let her feel on her own, and then if she gets about 50 reps on her own, full range of motion, then I'm gonna go heavier. If she gets in there, then I'm gonna keep it the same for the next one. Glutes are pretty tight right now. Obviously, this is our 4th, 5th exercise. We're gonna see how she feels. Okay, let's go, Isa. Full range of motion, okay? Good. Stretch the glutes at the bottom. Perfect. 2. Look at her hamstring stretching here at the bottom. Full stretch. Good. 8. Push. Okay. 9. Let's go. Push. Let's go, Isa. Push. 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 Half reps to the bottom. Half the bottom. Half the bottom. Right there. Good. It's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna help her on the next one because her glutes are tight. You see how light this is? It's 2 plates. It's not crazy. You could probably do the 2 plates yourself even if you're an amateur athlete, but since you already pre-exhausted her glutes so much when this is our 5th exercise, this is a lot for her. Her glutes are finished. There's lactic acid buildup in her glutes, all kinds of blood pumped into her glutes. This feels very heavy. So usually she's doing 6 plates on the Smith machine. Now she can barely do 2 plates on the free bar, but we did 9 reps. I said before, there's many different variations you can use for the hip thrust. You can have a lower bench, you can be on the floor with the lower back, but our goal, we always have to remember the goal. What do we need to improve on? We're trying to improve on the hamstring area and the lower glute area to build the tie-in area. So pretty much we have a high bench, and so that she can go all the way down and stretch all the way down. Remember the machine over there, she was limited because the bench at the bottom was blocking her. Here the floor is blocking her, right? So we have to use a bit of a higher bench for her to get the full range of motion. So now I'm gonna help you and you're not gonna stop, okay? You ready? Can you focus? Let's go, 2 more sets on this. If we start with this exercise, she might be able to do 4 sets, 4 plates on each side. But now that she's pre-exhausted, you can go 2 plates and she can get the same out of it as she would have 4 if we started with this exercise. Good. Look how focused her face is. So focused. Good. Go. I'm gonna let her fail on her own, I'm gonna help her. Go, go, push. At the bottom, good. 10, 9, 8, don't stop. 7, 6, 5, down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push, 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 push. Up, one up all the way. Push, 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 push with your heels, with your heels, with your heels, with your heels. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You're down. Good. She's taking a little bit of a longer break right now, maybe 2 minutes, because this took a lot out of her. This is a heavy exercise, right? And she's getting a lot more of the hamstring and lower glute area, which are bigger muscles than the upper glute area, right? On that hyperextension machine or on the other machine where she's just focusing on the upper glute, you could have a little bit, you okay? You could have a little bit lesser of a rest up here, so 30, 60 seconds. Now she's taking 2-3 minutes because this is a big compound exercise and she really has to recover between each set. I think she's recovered though, let's go. Last set hip thrust, and we're gonna finish off with 1 more exercise. Ready? This one too, you wanna go to failure, you can feel at the top or the bottom. What?
Is the same way from the first machine?
Yeah.
But so different.
You feel differently?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you feel differently?
Harder.
It's harder with... Yes, that's why we're doing this machine. Sorry, we're doing the free weight and we're doing the machine over there because she feels that much differently. And she feels that with the barbell, it's much harder because it's a free weight versus on the machine where she's locked in. But she's getting benefit from doing both exercises. Good. Last one, so we're gonna kill her here at the end. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Push higher, push it up. That like that, good. 4 more like that, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. At the bottom, 8 at the bottom, 8. Heels, all your heels. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Push. One more. Squeeze, hold it. Down, 3 more, fast. 3, 2, 1. Sit. I almost had to do a standard deadlift over there to get it off. Okay. We're gonna finish off with kind of a smaller exercise. If you went into another compound exercise, her lower back will start taking over, her quads might start taking over, right? And really want to focus with the glutes. So we're gonna finish off with a more of an isolation movement type exercise, which is like the cables here instead of another hip thrust or a big movement like that. Want to explain to them why you like to use this bench over standing up, and then I'll get into it more.
Okay. I save more my
Lower back.
Yeah. And I can have more when I and stand it. I can do the full movement too, but here I can't. But standing is more work.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, here I can have more movement.
So basically, let's just show them before we start the exercise. Typically this exercise is for your upper glutes, right? But since we're trying to focus on the lower glute area, right? Look, this is where she stands up and she's fully bent over. So I'm not standing up tall. There's a few ways you can do this exercise, right? You can stand up tall and look at the range of motion, right? She can get pretty far, but go like this. There's gonna be a lot of lower back like that too. So she feels her lower back here on this one more. Bend over a little bit more. So get decent range of motion. And she still feels her lower back. So this is another thing, adapting to making the exercise up to you instead of adapting to the exercise. So what we're doing is using a bench for her. She said she feels a lot more stable on the bench versus just holding the bar, just balancing on one foot. Here she can balance her whole body on her leg. And with that added stability, she's not feeling in her lower back at all. So that's perfect. So why would she do the one where she feels her lower back, where she can just do this one, which is very similar. And she can get a better stretch and better range of motion on this one we're gonna show you. So look at this range of motion she can get. She can stretch all the way down, right? Extend, good. She can feel all her hamstring tine area. So this exercise is mainly for upper glutes, but we're gonna get a good stretch here in the hamstring so she's able to actually incorporate this part of her muscle too. Good. Now she has a perfect range of motion here, right? She maybe stretch it a little bit more. There, right there. If she stretches a little bit more, just this half a foot here is gonna be really hard to get up because it's a weaker muscle right here than her lower glute, but you're gonna see also she's a little bit tilted. And the reason for that is because we couldn't find a longer or higher bench. and her legs are very long, right? So she's scraping the floor. So she has just a little tilt, right, laterally, so that she's able to have more range of motion and get into it, or else she's scraping the floor with her foot. We can either find a bigger bench, taller bench if you have very long legs like Isa, or maybe put something on the platform, but then you might lose some stability. So first set here, good. Getting a good stretch on the bottom. Her legs are like a weapon. She's kicking everyone in the back. It's like she's like a horse. You can't go behind Isa when she's doing these. We're gonna get killed. Slow down a bit. Slow down a bit. A little bit slower. A little bit slower. Good. There you go. Pretty light. Take your time. Good. Squeeze the top. Good. There you go. You want that glute to really come out at the top. Get a full contraction, right? Go down. Go watch. She stopped here, right? You see the glute, how it's already contracted? First, go up a little bit more. Go up. Look at the full contraction. That's what you want in every exercise that you're doing. Full contraction in that glute. Good. Oh, go with Isa. Sure, you have dense glutes there. And I want to elongate your glute this way, right? So that's why we're doing the movement this way. There's a million different variations you can do on the cables. You can even do lateral lift, right? Which is going to be more like an adduction movement like we were doing before. But this one, I really want to elongate her glute, right? So that's why I'm making her go all the way down, getting a full stretch in her hamstrings, lower glute, and then all the way up. Perfect. Look. Look, she's able to stretch her hamstring here. And I'm really trying to put a lot of tension and stress on this area. This is what I want to grow for Isa, right here. And obviously this is an upper glute exercise, but we can incorporate some lower glute too and some really the tying area if we do the full range of motion like this. Good. Do just half reps to the top. I want to show. Imagine she was just doing this, right? Look at this, which is like that machine we're doing over there. But look, there's no more tension here. There's no more resistance at the bottom. So it's just upper glute, right? So yeah, but same exercise, but the way you're performing it, you're going to get different results depending on your goal. 3, 2, 1. Okay, switch.
Together, like full and half.
Yes, you can do that.
It's like a...
Yeah, she was just saying, oh, it's like the full, she was just saying, oh, I mean, you can do them both together, like the full range of motion and a half. But that's exactly what we've done that's what we do on every exercise, right? First, adduction machine, hip thrust. There's two machines here, the hip thrust, right? What do you do? Full range of motion, till you fail, and then half reps. So you finish half reps to the top, or half reps to the bottom. On almost every glute exercise, you can either choose. If you want to finish half reps to the top like this, or you can finish half reps to the bottom like this. Go ahead. I'm going to show you the difference between both. So I'm going to add 2 intensifiers onto this exercise for at the end here to show you the 2 differences that you can do. There's 3 ones that are very simple. So you have the ones at the bottom, ones at the top, and then you can do isometric hold at the end too. So we're going to let's do all 3 in this one set here. Good. Always full range of motion, that's your priority. Fail with the full range of motion first. Good. Keep going. Good. Squeeze the top. Squeeze this glutes right here. Squeeze. There you go. I want that full contraction always. Good. She's starting to fail, so she's not going to be able to contract as much as the set's going on, but so I'm going to show you. So now we can fail like this. Do the ones at the top. Do the ones at the top. Here, go. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not go with the bottom. With the bottom, do half reps to the bottom. Half of the bottom, right there. Right there. Good. Now she's only focused here. We're going to do both. Good. Now one more top. Squeeze all the way up. Squeeze all the way up. Isometric hold. Squeeze. 5. Higher. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So that's 3 different intensifiers that you can do on this one exercise to really get the full. You felt that one? It's in a different planet now. We did 4 different movements. Same movement. We did 4 different methods on this one thing, right? So we did the full range of motion, half reps to the bottom, finish it off, half reps to the top, and then an isometric hold down for 5 seconds. Right, so then you get the full range of motion, you get everything out of this one exercise. A lot of people, that's what they do. They'll do 10 full range of motion or even half range of motion. Okay, exercise done. Let's wait till the next set. No, get every set counts. Get the most out of every set. That's how you're really add dense muscle. That's how you're going to add the density and the muscle and the size around this. So this is the last exercise of the day. Last set of the day. We already recorded one extra one off camera, but now we're going to do the last one with you guys here. You see how she's getting that hamstring stretch? I love that. It's exactly what we're trying to work. Perfect.
Nah.
This muscle right here is what I want to really grow for her. And that's going to make her pop a lot more on the stage. That's always your feedback. Good. Keep going. Let her fail on her own. Good. Perfect. Finish it off. She's going to do it on her own. Last set of the day on her own. Good. 3, 4, 5. Higher. Squeeze. Right there. 6, 7, 8, 9. One more, and hold it. Hold it. Squeeze hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. I didn't even help her there. She did that all on her own. So you can do this on your own. You don't need a personal trainer in a gym, but it might help you a little bit. But if you really learn how to be a professional athlete and bodybuilder and Olympia and Bikini, you're going to be able to do this on your own. Yeah, you're going to be able to really push yourself to failure on your own without the help of someone else. You got to get into the mindset when you're in the gym. You shouldn't need someone to push you, but once you can do it on your own, you're going to make a lot more progress and a lot more gain. Good. So once again, you might not like the bench. You might feel your glutes better when you're standing up. You might feel glutes better when you're like, your chest is upright, or it might be leaning over or on the bench. So try all three, see which ones you like better, and then you could adjust the exercise to you. Good. Higher, sweetie. Good. Squeeze, top, 5. Squeeze the top, squeeze the top, squeeze the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. I'm gonna tell you what happened there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Issa, I don't know if you noticed either. So she's actually started exercise on her right leg, right? Which is a stronger leg. And that's why she wasn't able to do as many reps on the left side, which is a mistake, right? So on that machine over there, you'll see you started on your right leg, which is your stronger leg. Remember? So you should start on your left side, exactly. So that's why she wasn't able to do as many reps on her left side as her right side. So what she should do is start on her left side, push it to maximum failure, and then do on her right side there. So here we started the exercise on the right side, which is not ideal. So now she has to remember just to break these habits, right? Always start on the weaker side when you're doing unilateral, and then copy it with the right side, and that's how you're gonna have symmetry in your physique. So this is gonna end workout number 2 with Issa here at Pure Muscle Fitness Glutes. And tomorrow we're gonna get in and do some hamstring with you guys. So I appreciate you coming. If you have any questions, comments, leave it below on YouTube. And yeah, I think I like this content. It's fun. Yeah? We're both learning each other. We're learning her body, and we're trying to make her the best athlete as we can. That's the goal. So hope this was informative, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in.